Every year, on the Wednesday during Holy Week, we recall Spy Wednesday. This is the day that Judas planned to turn Jesus over to the Jews in return for 30 pieces of silver. Judas made a bargain with the high priest to betray Jesus for the price of a slave, which really emphasizes the low value Judas placed on Jesus' life. You can find the story in the Synoptic Gospels, Matthew chapter 26, Mark chapter 14, and Luke chapter 22. This betrayal prepares us for the dramatic developments of Holy Thursday. On Holy Thursday evening, we begin the sacred Triduum. Triduum means 3 days, and we count the days as the Jewish people count days, from the evening of one day to the evening of the following day. So the first day of the sacred Triduum begins on Holy Thursday with the evening Mass of the Lord's Supper and ends on the evening of Good Friday. The second day continues from Good Friday evening until the evening of Holy Saturday, when we celebrate the Easter Vigil. And the third day continues through to Easter Sunday evening. That gives us the 3 highest, holiest days of the church year. On Holy Thursday, we celebrate Jesus' Last Supper with his disciples. Surely the holy women were at this meal as well. It is during this meal that Jesus gives us himself in the Eucharist. According to the Gospel of Matthew, while they were eating, Jesus took bread, said the blessing, broke it, and giving it to his disciples said, "Take and eat, this is my body." Then he took a cup, gave thanks, and gave it to them, saying, "Drink from it, all of you, for this is the blood of the covenant, which will be shed on behalf of many for the forgiveness of sins. I tell you, from now on, I shall not drink this fruit of the vine until the day when I drink it with you new in the kingdom of my Father." Catholics also believe that it was at this Last Supper that Jesus established his apostles as priests when he said, "Do this in remembrance of me." The fundamental part of offering a sacrifice is a key element of the priestly function, which is why Catholics call these ordained men priests rather than ministers. The Catholic Church emphasizes that the priesthood is passed down through apostolic succession, meaning that the authority of the apostles was passed on to bishops, who in turn ordain priests. On Good Friday, we commemorate the Passion of Jesus. In sacred scripture, passion means suffering. So we remember all the suffering Jesus endured, beginning with his agony in the Garden of Gethsemane to his arrest, followed by his suffering from the mob who arrested him. His passion continues with the horrible scourging at the pillar and being crowned with a helmet of thorns. It was a full covering of thorns that were hit into his head rather than just a circle of thorns. Once he was condemned to be crucified, he had to carry the crossbeam to Calvary. Calvary is Latin for place of the skull. In Greek, it's called Golgotha. He was crucified, which means fixed to the cross with nails in his wrists and feet. In order to exhale, the crucified man had to lift up his body, meaning he experienced even more excruciating pain in his wrists and feet. Because the Jews didn't want the men to remain on the crosses, the Romans broke the men's legs so they couldn't lift themselves up to exhale and would die of asphyxiation. But when they came to Jesus and found he had already expired, one soldier thrust a lance into his side, and immediately blood and water flowed out. We believe that the water represented the sacrament of baptism and the blood represented the sacrament of the Eucharist. Jesus was taken down from the cross and laid in the arms of his sorrowful mother. Then his body was laid in a tomb that belonged to Joseph of Arimathea. There it remained until the morning of what we call Easter, the day of resurrection. Yes, Jesus rose from the dead, body and soul. He is alive. Alleluia. Please like, share, and subscribe. It's free and really helps me. Thank you.